Fitchburg Pride receives an award from Mass Inc. for placemaking right here in the city. New life is coming to the empty downtown City Hall. And a major fire tears through an elderly housing community in Pennsylvania. I'm Stephanie Allison. All this and lots more coming up next on Our City News.
And now, the latest news, sports, and weather with Stephanie Allison and the entire Our City News team.
City Hall renovations are in the works, with the City Council holding a special meeting this week. Options for several levels of remodeling were made public as officials looked at all the available options. A Finance Committee meeting then approved the $25 million plans with a vote, 3-1. Glenn Fossa has more. Glenn?
And in Our City News, a very hot topic, just had the City Council meeting, special meeting, talking about funding, $20 to $35 million possible to renovate Old City Hall, 718 Main Street. Very important, believed to extend the move westward here on Main Street, in the theater block, a lot going on, and what life this will bring back to this section of Main Street here at the Old City Hall building. Proponents of this allocation of the $20 to $30 million, we can see this building closed for a number of years now, fenced around for safety, and the structural damage that was originally the cause to move out quickly to the 166 Boulder Drive area. In that building now, those offices considered cramped by proponents of this renovation, and those who are opposed say the cost too much for this particular structure project ahead. So we shall see. City Council meeting, special City Council meeting this week, and another meeting scheduled very, very soon. Stay tuned on Our City News for more. Just behind me, the theater block, acquired recently by Fitchburg State University, and then, of course, the gifted Bank of America building being given to the city of Fitchburg. Mayor Stephen DiNatale, of course, accepting that key to the building in exchange with Bank of America executives to create this campus that would include 718 Main Street building, renovated, and giving all residents and visitors to Fitchburg municipal offices an opportunity to come, be comfortable, and get efficient service through the city.
A man and a woman were ordered held without bail pending a dangerousness hearing today after being charged with trafficking crack cocaine and dealing heroin and marijuana, according to Worcester County District Attorney Joseph D. Early Jr. Antoine J. Mitchell and Shannon Mickey were arrested at their apartment on South Street on Thursday as a result of an investigation into cocaine trafficking by state police detectives. Police executed a search warrant at the apartment and seized quantities of crack cocaine, heroin, and marijuana, along with a 9mm handgun with a debased serial number and more than $50,000 in cash. The pair were arraigned this afternoon in Fitchburg District Court on charges of trafficking crack cocaine, possession with intent to distribute heroin and marijuana, possession of drugs within a school zone, illegal possession of a firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition. Judge Mark Goldstein continued their case to Wednesday for a dangerousness hearing. The 5th annual Gateway City Innovations Awards happened this past Wednesday, November 15th, and Fitchburg Pride won the award for placemaking for alfresco dining. I caught up with Councilor Amy Green to talk about the event. And we're here at the 5th annual Mass Inc. Awards. And these awards are all about gateway cities and placemaking. I am here with our re-elected councilor, Amy Green. And how is this going to come into play in Fitchburg in the smart growth and the activity that we're doing there?
Well, I think we take opportunities like this to learn and model after communities that have been successful as labeled as gateway cities. So this morning what we learned is that it's kind of a trifecta effect with city, cultural, and our commercial business all have to partnership. Mm-hmm. So that's hugely important. That's the message that I've heard over and over again. That's the message that I'm going to come back to City Council with, is that it is a partnership, always partnership.
Yep. So now with that partnership, there's got to be ways to make it grow a little bit better with more communication and more ideas. Of one thing they were saying this morning is, bring the culture in, find your branding. Has Fitchburg found its branding yet?
I'm not 100% sure that we've put a stamp on it. I don't know what that's going to be. I do know that we have a very active arts culture in Fitchburg. We need to enhance that. We need to do more programs. We're here today because of Fitchburg Pride winning the award for alfresco dining. I know that hitting the news as we speak, probably, the posters are being up for Memories on Main Street, another event in December taking place through the collaboration. We know that cities are now factories for ideas. Cities aren't producing products anymore, so they have to be the think tanks of ideas on how to get this theme reached to many people.
Well, that's incredible, and I can't wait to see what 2018 brings for Fitchburg with some of these great ideas.
Thanks again, and again, thanks for FATV for taking the time to be here. Events like this are incredibly important to us, not only for education, but then to say, yes, we're doing it the right way, or let's model after Lawrence or Lowell that have been successful in doing this.
Absolutely. Well, we got to get going so all the keynote speakers can get up there and we can have some lunch. So thank you for taking time out of your busy day to talk to us.
No problem. Thank you.
And we'll be back with more right after this. I also had the chance to speak to Mayor Stephen DiNatale about what this means for Fitchburg, and also the Fitchburg Pride president and the mind behind Alfresco. And we are back at the 5th Annual Mass Inc. Awards, and Fitchburg Pride was just given an award. And I am here with Mayor DiNatale, and what an amazing event, and what a great way to put Fitchburg in the spotlight.
This is just, it's in the, sometimes the legislature gets it right. And what they did with the Gateway Cities Caucus, which I was a member of when I was in the legislature, and actually spearheaded by Tony Cabral, who's still a member of the legislature today, this program in and of itself is outstanding to help gateway cities, some of the cities where manufacturing is a thing of the past, and the challenges that come from that situation, and to have an organization like Mass Inc. that recognizes that and funds it. But I'll tell you what, being recognized, the city of Fitchburg recognized for all the hard work that was done by those few people, frankly, for Alfresco this past summer, which was a huge success downtown. And this was recognizing that effort, and the members of the community came out to enjoy that evening. And it's just what we hope is more to come in the future, more events like Alfresco.
And hopefully another Alfresco, because that was a lot of fun.
It was a great time. Yeah, we learned. I mean, maybe we will tweak it a little bit, get maybe a different approach to it. But overall, if we do it just the same as we did last summer, it'll be just as great.
Well, congratulations to Fitchburg Pride again, and for you being the mayor of a wonderful city.
My thanks from Fitchburg Pride. Thank you, everyone.
And we'll be right back with more right after this. What a great day of celebrating gateway cities here in the Commonwealth. I have with me Matt Fournier, who is the president of Fitchburg Pride, and I have Joel Caddy, who helped plan alfresco dining. Now, this was a great event that you guys won the award for. Can you tell me a little bit about the event, Joel?
Yeah, so in the beginning it was just an idea. I took the idea to Pride. They fell in love with it. Went to our restaurant people. Everyone jumped on board. Next thing you know, we had the tickets in the hand. It was sold out before they got the tickets.
It was such a fun event.
It was a really nice summer night, and it couldn't have been any better.
And what does an award like this mean for Pride, and to bring, does it bring more publicity to Fitchburg for you guys?
Yeah, I think it does bring more publicity, and I think it really puts us back on the map a little bit of progression in the city and moving forward with some business development, some new ideas to spawn business growth and some walkability and some downtown features and exposure. So it's been great.
Is there anything for 2018 we can look forward to for Pride?
Oh, there'll be always more things for Pride in 2018. I think alfresco will come back stronger than ever and be double the size if we can plan it right. And there's more in the works, so we'll keep it going.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time, and congratulations on your award win. And from the 5th Annual Mass Inc. Awards, I'm Stephanie Allison. Stay tuned for more from Our City News.
Thank you.
Fitchburg State University is launching a new website that will connect local businesses looking for part-time help with the university's educated and motivated students. The service will be free for students as well as businesses, and local employers are invited to submit their opening positions by visiting studentjobs.fitchburgstate.edu and creating their free profiles. University President Richard S. Lapidus said the jobs portal has been in the works for several months.
We'll be right back with more from Our City News on FATV.
It's wintertime in New England, and imagine braving this weather without the proper winter jacket. Well, thanks to the Fitchburg Police Department, they're doing a coat drive. And I am here with Officer Hurley. And can you tell us a little bit about this coat drive you guys are doing?
We set up 5 bins throughout the city so people can donate, not just coats, but socks, anything for winter weather for the community that just can't afford it or doesn't have coats to keep warm in the winter.
And where are these clothes going?
They're going to be going to community health services, it's, action services. They're going to be picking up all the clothes and dispersing it through for people in the community that need it.
And is there a specific reason Fitchburg Police decided to take on this role?
Just because we're in the community engagement unit, just to help people within the community. That's kind of our role at the police department. So we jumped on it when we had a chance.
And does this mean anything specifically for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the people I've dealt with in patrol over the years, there's people out there that just can't afford a coat and don't have warm clothing. So if I can do something to keep them warm, and a lot of the donations are probably old coats that people aren't even using, they're sitting in a closet. So I'd rather go to some good use.
And is there any other information you'd like to give us about the coat drive?
No, just you're going to give the drop-off spots. Other than that, hopefully people donate.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to see how everything works out. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more from Our City News. A massive fire at a senior living community in Pennsylvania injured at least 20 people and forced dozens more, many of whom were unable to walk into the cold night air. Firefighters were still dousing hotspots on Friday, even though the inferno was declared under control just before 1:30 a.m. The blaze was reported around 11 p.m. Thursday at Barclay Friends Senior Living Community in Westchester, about 35 miles away from Philadelphia. The town's fire chief would not comment on the extent of the injuries or if there were any deaths. He did say the blaze is under investigation. We have a report from the scene via the Associated Press.
At 10:46 p.m. on November 16th, the Westchester Fire Department was dispatched to the Barclay Friends home, 700 North Franklin Street, for the report of a smoke investigation. First arriving units found heavy fire in the south side of the building. Crews, along with the police department and fire department, entered this building, made numerous rescues, and helped with evacuation. At this time, emergency personnel have relocated residents to several shelters in the borough. Several residents were transported to local hospitals. Families are urged to go to the Goodwill Fire Company, which is located at Union and Balmer Streets in Westchester Borough.
Fire investigators are still searching for a cause for this 5-alarm blaze. 22 men and women sponsored by area companies as up-and-coming employees and future leaders in our community have begun the North Central Massachusetts Chamber of Commerce's Community Leadership Institute. CLI is dedicated to providing participants with individual leadership skills and a deep understanding of the region. The 9-month program focuses on education, government, healthcare, social services, justice system, media arts, and culture, environment, and history. The Chamber created the Institute to inspire a new generation of men and women to enthusiastically assume important roles in their community. The program challenges individuals from diverse backgrounds to be influential in our region's future. A Worcester Superior Court jury today found Antonio Damon guilty of 18 charges, included aggravating kidnapping, aggravated rape, carjacking, and armed robbery. Part of an hour-long crime spree last year in Worcester, according to the Worcester County District Attorney Joseph D. Early, Jr. Damon was found guilty of multiple charges, including aggravated rape, assault with a dangerous weapon, armed robbery, and kidnapping. He later broke into a business at 5 Denny Street and committed armed robbery before being arrested by police. Damon faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 25 years in prison on the aggravated kidnapping charges. Judge Richard T. Tucker scheduled sentencing for November 17th.
You're watching Our City News on FATV.
It's that time of year again right here at Fitchburg Access Television. With me, Paul Garvin, WS Beauty Supply, and long-standing member in this community, Salvation Army, Breakfast for the Bands, Rotary Club, Paul. It's all over the place. But we're talking about Breakfast for the Bands, something very special again at Leominster High this year. A little history of Breakfast for the Bands.
This is our 23rd year, and we've been doing this the Sunday before Thanksgiving for all that time. The unique thing about this breakfast is both high school bands take turns playing throughout the morning. So it's not a quiet breakfast, but it's a lot of fun.
And you have music and, of course, food under $8, free.
That's correct. Tickets are only $8. You can buy them from Rotarians. You can buy them from band members. You can buy them at the door.
November 19th at Leominster High School, Breakfast for the Bands. You can't miss it. You always want to be part of this great event.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
We'll see you there. Leominster High School, November 19th, 8 to 11:30 a.m. Breakfast for the Bands.
Hi, I'm Susan Navarre. Join us on Saturday, December 2nd for the 2017 Holiday House Tours right here in Fitchburg. This year's tour is going to be a spectacular collection of some of the most amazing and popular houses here in the city. The house tour is a great way to kick off the season while getting an exclusive look inside of some of the most exciting architecture, all dressed up for the holidays. This year's highlights include the Fay Club on Main Main Street, designed by one of America's most famous architects, the Howarth House Bed and Breakfast, and get a chance to see inside an original Crocker mansion at the Applewild School. You can purchase tickets in advance by calling the Fitchburg Historical Society at 978-345-1157 with a credit card. Tickets are also available at our local merchants, including DeBonis and Davin, the Windmill Florist Shop, Mill Number 3, Elliott's Jewelers, Shack's Clothing, Slattery's, Homestead Primitives, and also at the Mayor's office. Your donation helps the Fitchburg Historical Society to provide inspiring history shows and talks throughout the year. You can also become a member by calling us at 978-345-1157 or visiting our website at fitchburghistoricalsociety.com. So come on out on December 2nd and enjoy these wonderful homes and help celebrate the holidays right here in Fitchburg. See you there.
With winter upon us, some folks don't have access to warm coats. To help out those in need, a local restaurant has started up a coat drive. Glenn Fossa is on the scene with more on the story.
This popular breakfast spot right here in Fitchburg, the Cozy Corner at the corner of Lunenburg and East Streets, something special as the colder weather is upon us, and we're going to talk to Mike Dupe about what exactly that is. And as winter's upon us, Mike Dupe here with me at the Cozy Corner Restaurant, Lunenburg and East Streets. Mike, great to see you today. Something special the Cozy Corner's involved in, and you're always engaged with the community, coaching one way or the other. This is a special time right around the holidays. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, Cozy Corner and John and Drusy Caring for Kids have got together, and we would like to start a coat drive. Hats, mittens, gloves, sweatshirts, anything to help the homeless or the needy. And we're going to be collecting them here at the Cozy Corner, or at Putnam Street, Bowling Alley, or Prime Thread on Lunenburg Street. And anything, we will take. So please donate and help us help the needy. Thank you.
And you're going to distribute these. This is around the holiday season. Cold weather upon us. It was 37 degrees this morning on the hill. This is a great time to re-engage, and of course, you are engaged with the community.
Yes, this is very important. At one time in my life, my son was homeless, so we would like to give back. And we're going to be giving the jackets and whatever to Christ Church. They helped my son out tremendously, and we will really appreciate your support for them.
Well, thank you, Mike. Excellent. Our City News continues. Stay with us.
Longsjo Middle School is in need of a new roof as rainwater leaks in on teachers and students. The city has been working on the problem for the past year now and is moving forward to fix it. Glenn Fossa has more. Glenn?
And right here in our city, 98 Academy Street, is the location of the Longsjo Middle School, the former Fitchburg High School. This building is substantially old, been maintained for many, many years, over the years, and of course the bigger part of the B.F. Brown Annex complex. So right here on Academy Street, looking very carefully now at some recent building concerns, roofs leaking, and the response from the city on those issues. And Stephanie, the subject of the new roof at the Longsjo Middle School at 98 Academy Street is likely being addressed in the plan to begin repair or replacement of the roof of what Mayor Stephen DiNatale describes as an iconic structure in the city is as early as next spring. The old Fitchburg High School building is a replacement of the original normal school destroyed by fire in the 1930s. It's had a leaky roof, but the structure's unclear future was a barrier to investing in repairs. Superintendent Andre Ravenel said a visit to Longsjo and the buildings in the district by Lamoureux, Pagano and Associates several years ago found that the middle school was structurally solid, but roof repairs could cost between $1 and $2 million. The building's now 80 years old, and so the lifespan of the roof and its components are expected to be in need of replacement. FATV, Our City News, learned that funding could come out of a $2.9 million budget capital spending from the 2019-2021 fiscal year, and the funding will be available even if the city decides to move forward on renovations to City Hall. So Crocker School, Fitchburg Public Library, and of course Longsjo, all on the subject to be repaired or replaced and looking forward. So back to you, Steph.
And now for the weather with Edgar Davis. Edgar?
Thank you, Stephanie. And now here's your Our City News 5-day forecast. It's nothing but sunshine for the rest of the day and clear skies into the night as a temperature high of 46 and a low of 28. However, we could be in for a wet weekend to come as rain showers will start Saturday night and continue heading into Sunday morning. Things will hopefully dry up by the evening. However, come Monday, it's best to bundle up because temperatures will be near freezing throughout the day with a high of 43 and a low of 33. And tomorrow, things will warm up, not likely, with a temperature high of 55 and a low of 44. With the holiday season coming up and Thanksgiving on the horizon, it's best to break out the heavy coat now as we could be in for one of our coldest winters yet. This is Edgar Davis with the weather for Our City News. Back to you, Stephanie.
This week on FATV. Tuesday, 7 p.m., Barbara and You with guests from Stratton Players Theater. Wednesday at 7 p.m., Inside Fitchburg. Thursday, 9:30 a.m., our annual Thanksgiving football game, FHS versus LHS. Monday at 7 p.m., school committee meeting live. And Tuesday at 7 p.m., it's a city council meeting live. This episode of Our City News is brought to you by KCMC Management, our local Dunkin' Donuts. If you have a story you'd like us to share, email us at ourcitynewsfitchburg@gmail.com. From all of us here at FATV and Our City News, have a wonderful Thanksgiving and rock on Fitchburg.